Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And today we have a pretty fun deck for you guys. This is kind of inspired by our mono red Big Bolas deck that we played a few days ago. And we're going to kind of take that idea and just work with it and see what we can do. So real quick though, before we hop into today's video, would like to remind everybody, if you enjoy the channel and enjoy the video, please hit that subscribe button, that like button. Please hit that bell icon and check out all the cool links in the description below and let us know in a comment what you want to see in a future video. So with that being said, let's hop right into this deck, and we are calling it 5-color colorless. So this deck, and I know at first glance you're probably thinking, well, why aren't you playing, certain lands in your deck that can help really fix, why aren't you playing any tap lands or any shock lands or check lands or any kind of lands that really help the mana fixing? Well, then in my opinion, it wouldn't really be a true colorless deck at that point. We are playing the Interplanar Beacon. This will help us get there a little bit. This does allow us to gain life when we cast a Planeswalker, and it does allow us to filter one colorless land for 2 mana of any color in order to cast Planeswalker spells. But we are trying to play into a little bit of a hard mode with this deck specifically, because we do have, we are, like I said, we're playing colorless. We're playing 5-color colorless. So there are ways around this. So let's just go through our 5 colors. So obviously we have black, blue, green, red, white cards. We do have 4 copies of Nicol Bolas Dragon God. Again, maybe we can ultimate Bolas if we get him in play. We also have a couple copies of Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh. Again, this is the same color of Nicol Bolas as from our Big Red deck. This is exactly how the deck shell started. We have 2 copies of Ashiok Nightmare Muse. Now, Ashiok is a planeswalker that could potentially bounce to protect itself, or it can make creatures to protect itself. And that's really why I chose to play Ashiok over something like Teferi. Teferi can tuck, but it does not have a backup ability that actually allows you to prevent it from dying. It's only going to be draw a card or tuck. So, and then leaving it at 1 after tucking really makes it really vulnerable to a lot of different cards. So we went with Ashiok instead of Teferi. We have 1 copy of Tamiyo. If Tamiyo hits play, we can't get our cards discarded, and we can start digging for specific cards, and we can start bringing cards back if they are able to kill some of our more powerful cards in play. And we have 1 copy of Zacama, and you guys are probably wanting me to scream Zacama, because that's what a lot of people do whenever you encounter Zacama online. But really early in the morning here, I'm not going to do that because everybody's sleeping. So, but know that Zacama is a 9-mana 9/9 with Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you get to untap all the lands you control, and then it's got 3 abilities. They all cost 3 mana. They all involve different colors. So the red ability, you get to deal 3 damage to a creature. The green ability, you can destroy an artifact or enchantment. Or the white ability, you can gain 3. So, and yes, we do have tons of ways to fix that mana. So first off, we have quick ramp. We have 4 copies of Mind Stone. This is just going to help us ramp into some of our more expensive colorless spells, some of our other ramp spells such as Chromatic Lantern. That way we can, ramp into a Chromatic Lantern, have extra mana available. Chromatic Lantern says land you have, tap for any color mana, and this also taps for any color mana. So again, this is going to help us with our multicolor spells. We have 4 copies of Hedron Archive. Again, this ramps. It adds 2 colorless, or later on if we're starting to stall, we can sack it to draw 2 cards. We have 3 copies of Karn. Karn is going to be very helpful in this deck, hopefully. We get to turn off our opponent's artifacts, and for the minus ability, we get to choose an artifact we own from outside of the game and reveal it and put it into our hand. So that's why we're showing you the sideboard here. We have all these cards that we can put into our hand. Bottom card is Platinum Angel. But yeah, so we are going to be digging in our sideboard, hopefully a lot. We have a couple copies of Thran Temporal Gateway. This is a card that we really never see. This lets us put a historic permanent card from our hand onto the battlefield. So historic card is any artifact, legendary, or saga. So pretty much all of our cards in our deck are artifacts or legendaries. So for 4 colorless, we get to play it. For 4 colorless, we get to put a permanent onto the battlefield. So if we don't draw any of our mana fixing, we can just slam cards, like just slam expensive cards and just kind of get the game over a little bit quick that way. So we also have a couple copies of Ugin. Ugin is going to be important because it is a colorless spell. It's a colorless planeswalker that's really powerful. It makes our colorless spells cheaper, and also we can exile the top card of our library to make 2/2 creatures. When those creatures dies, we get those cards, and we get to -3 to destroy a permanent that's one or more colors. So, and making 2/2s, pulling cards off the top of our library that go underneath those 2/2s, and then when those creatures die, we get those cards. It's a good way to draw cards. It's a good way to protect itself or other planeswalkers in play, and it's a good way to build up card advantage potentially. We have another mana fixer, Chromatic Orrery. This says you can spend mana of any color. So if we don't draw any of our other mana fixer, this is another mana fixer. It taps to add 5 colorless mana. Again, you know, that tapping for 5 colorless when you can spend 5, or when you can spend mana of any color, is super powerful. And if we happen to have one of our, you know, colored planeswalkers in play, like a Nicol Bolas specifically, or a Zacama, we can tap 5 and tap this to draw a card for each color among permanents we control. So we draw 3 off of a Nicol Bolas, 3 off of a Zacama. If we happen to have, you know, both of these in play, we would draw 5. We have 3 copies of Ugin. Again, since we're playing colorless, we need to have these colorless cards that are super powerful. So Ugin is in here. There's 3 of those. And we do have 2 copies of Ulamog. Ulamog, again, one of those super powerful colorless creatures. Again, we're playing 5 color, colorless. And if we're playing colorless, in order to have a chance, we are going to, you know, typically bear cards that are just really, really powerful. And to wrap it up, just to show you, we are playing 24 land, Arch of Vraska for draw, Blast Zone for control a little bit. Again, Interplanar Beacon for filtering and for life gain. Karn's Bastion to proliferate planeswalkers. Mobilize Districts to protect our planeswalkers. Radiant Fountains, gain life. And Zhalfirin Void, Scry to help fix our draw and make this deck a little more consistent. So that is that. We're going to hop right into the gameplay. We will see you guys at the wrap-up. All right, well, we are going to attempt some crazy 5-color shenanigans. I figure we did it the other day almost with the Nicol Bolas deck, so we're really just going to use Nicol Bolas, invite some of his friends along, and try to get there. This is not a hand we want to keep, though. This is a little bit better. Not the best. We're going to keep this. Yeah, that's the hardest one for us to cast, so. We can hit an Interplanar Beacon, and we can cast. Oh, look at that. Asking. I'll receive. So this way we can actually cast Nicol Bolas Dragon God on turn 4. We can filter the colorless. I'm sorry, the colorless from Mindstone to the Interplanar Beacon. Right. Who are we playing against? Some kind of Mardu shell. Okay. Oh, this has got to be a shrine deck, right? Gotta be shrines. Yep. Knew it.
Will remake the multiverse in my image.
Already anyway at their hand. If we can draw a land next turn. I think they discarded a plane. Oh, Wrath, okay. Alright, we can deal with Wrath here. They might be able to drop their 5-color. Now they're going green? They're going to try to go wide to kill this Nicol Bolas. Oh, man. Come on, deck. All you had to do was give us a land there.
My intellect is without limit.
Sacred Fountain, or I'm sorry, Chromatic Lantern, into Chromatic Lantern, into Mind Stone. It's a little bit of ramp, right? I don't know if they play Elspeth Conquers Death at all. Maybe they have some kind of weird like mutate mechanic onto. That'd be some pretty spicy build. Oh, I wonder what you're taking. I mean, right now we technically can't cast the Ulamog, but it's the best card in our hand. Oh wow, they had two of them. They had two of them.
A tactical retreat is an order.
I mean, we still get to
Your existence is pointless.
we'll get to do this. We're gonna destroy that and I think the green Honden. We don't want them going too wide on us. They can have mana. I wonder if they play Elspeth Conquers Death. They might. A pretty interesting card for a Honden deck not to play. Oh, good. Good on you, my friend. That is definitely a way to deal with Ulamog. I mean, you also could have just tapped it down every turn.
Mere scratches.
Alright, well, we're getting rid of permanents. That's good. We're not eating away at useless cards in their hand. We're eating away at useless cards on the field. So Ugin protects. Nicol Bolas protects. But yeah, we're gonna play Ugin here. Ugin really protects. Only we got that spell trigger. Alright. What kind of mana you adding? Green. 2 green. Can you deal with it again? No, you can. Okay. Alright. I mean, you have to go after Ugin, right? I mean... Yep. We get to block. Ooh, that was a good first game. That was sweet. Alright, well, on to game 2. We're gonna hydrate. We're gonna leave it up a little longer while we actually hydrate. Alright. We are playing Frosty Rooster. What a name. And is this a hand we want to explore keeping? No. I think we can do better. We're gonna keep. We get to scry and gain some life, so. Alright, so I think we're playing against mono blue aggro. No, is it spells? Okay. Yep. Alright, well, good news is we get to play a Hedron Archive next turn. Bad news is we are very far behind. Very far behind. Bottom. Come on. I feel like that's the only way we're probably going to win this game. Okay. Can't quite cast that. We do have 6 mana. Seven. Nine. Yep. I mean, that's all you can do this turn. So go ahead and... Oh, they hadn't played a land yet? I thought we went first. Well... Cost 5, this costs 2. I mean, kill us this turn. Which I have no doubt in my mind they can do. I mean, they could just attack, not even worry about it. Not even worry about casting spells and just get us on the next swing. Oh, you're just doing the rub-ins? Okay. Just the rub-ins? Alright, we're at 1. That's your mistake. Gave us a chance. I mean, I don't think we can actually do anything here. Good game. Alright. We don't let them take us out. The Frosty Rooster got us. Those are words not imagine us saying today. Alright, well. Can't win them all, especially with bad decks. Sometimes we just build decks and don't have luck. We came here for ideal draws. We came here to... Let's get lucky. Let's Zhalfir and Void into a Mind Stone. But we need our friend Polagar here to... There we go. There we go. I mean, we have to keep a land. We have to keep a land there. Elves? Gain some life. Well, hello. Bet they play a land. Oh, man. Call me Nostradamus. Gain some more life. Play some cool Chromatic Lantern. Let's have them not have a Gem Raiser. The way they're hovering over this Llanowar Elf, I'm not too fond of what they could potentially be doing. Okay.
Scholar's vengeance, and I'm coming for you next. We're fit enough to survive.
All right, what do we play here? Well, I think we are going to Ashiok and return our friend, the Llanowar Elf. They can definitely kill Ashiok here with a creature into the minus ability, but
Surrender every morsel of fear.
maybe they don't realize that. Maybe they think it's just a fight creature ability, and that happens sometimes. Maybe... That's awkward a little bit.
You will not threaten this world.
That turns off our Chromatic Lantern, but we still get to tap our lands for any color, but just his ability is a little awkward. Does he go get Sorceress Spyglass? Solemn. Okay. Interesting. Well, we're definitely upticking because we can't do anything other than that.
The shadows awaken.
And we're definitely gonna play Nicol Bolas, but what do we do? What do we kill? Could go into our sideboard. What's worse for us? Vivian kills Planeswalker with a creature. Karn. Activated abilities of your opponents can't be activated. Okay.
I know all there is to know. There is always another fight.
This might give them incentive to try to go after Chromatic Lantern, but we have another one. So, joke's on them. This way we still, if they don't go after Nicol Bolas, we still have another activation for the minus ability. We could sacrifice Ashiok too at the same time. -3. I wonder if they're... Oh, okay. Interesting.
The land shall conquer you.
Aim and they're close.
That's unfortunate.
Done.
I've lost my inspiration.
We're in a weird spot here. So I think we have to kill We have to kill Nissa. I don't really even think there's an option there. On the bright side, we should get to cast Zacama next turn. We get to scream Zacama, even though we're not going to scream it because everybody here is asleep right now.
Defiance is infuriating.
Yeah, I would have played a creature first and then plus Vivian. We're gonna kill this and that. Pretty good. Maybe not.
Get out of the way if I were you.
That was a good hit. However, that only kills Vivian. All right, well. Well, no, cancel. I mean, Zacama's pretty beastly, right? I mean, no pun intended. I know it's not a beast, but it's a dinosaur. Dinosaurs are pretty beastly. This thing has vigilance and trample. That's really good. Reach is kind of irrelevant here. No, they didn't have any instants. No blocks. We'll go to 21. I don't want to be put in a position where we block, this actually takes damage, and then they fight, and then they play another Vivian, and then they fight again. Like that. Oh. They had to do that. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Watch out. They bite.
So if we -4, I know we could just plus and kill Vivian. We -4. Goes to 3. We won't have this anymore. Pretty surprised they had Kogla there.
Beyond perception.
Let's pretend in a perfect world they ignore Ugin. Which they don't.
I am resilient.
So I think Ugin is going to get sacrificed. -5. Can't have that Gargaroth running rampant. We're gonna draw a card with this Mind Stone. This mono green deck is giving us some problems, but we are still at 20. Really have to hope they don't have anything. Their own Ugin. That's not good. But we knew mono green plays Ugin.
And you will grow lost to history.
You don't have many turns to find something. It's actually a pretty good draw. I'm being completely honest with you.
There is little as exquisite as the artistry of torment.
I mean, we knew they were gonna.
Recoil to the recess of your mind.
They attack again, they play Ugin. We're going to be drawing a card with Arch. We're going to kill Ashiok. They might target us. No, okay. Oh my god, what a great draw. Give us this Ugin, Ulamog, whatever it's called. Wow. Wow. That's so good. Off the top. That's how powerful Ulamog is. You can be so far behind. Wow. And then just draw something like that, and then just take over. Oh, good game, my friend Polagar. Good game. I think it's great. So we have our daily quest is the 750 gold attack with, you know, like 45 creatures or something. And so far we've played what, 3 games, and we've attacked with 1 creature. Oh, that's great. Do this into, if we draw land, we can play this into this. Yeah, I think we keep this. And along the way, if we draw a mana fixer, we can Nicol Bolas. Yeah. We get to scry too, so that's 1 extra card. They're mulliganing. God, I hope they're not playing Treasure Hunt. 5. Ugh. Hello. It's not Treasure Hunt. Hooray. Why did you take 2 damage there? Oh. We got a mana fixer. Oh, FML. Thieves Guild Enforcer. What are you doing? What are you doing, Lewis? Let's keep scrying. Alright, well we're just gonna keep lands on top, and if they play more rogues. Yep, and then we mill 4. Oh, all the 3 Nicol Bolases? What is our life? Come on. Is that a rogue too? Okay, no. No, but bouncing it is a rogue. Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. I like that. Okay. This is definitely one way to play a mill deck. Definitely one way to play a mill deck. Alright, well, we're up to 7 mana. Down to 11 life. Oh. Well. That's a thing. Blast Zone. How good are you? Clutch. Was the clutchest of blast zones. This costs 1, right? Do it to it. Okay. What is your deck? This is pretty good. All right, so we're one land away from Ulamog. This is definitely going to slow them down.
Fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
I never would have imagined they play a Thieves Guild Enforcer there and mill us. They've seen our secret. They've seen the secret. They've seen Ulamog. What's good is Ulamog only cost 8 now, so we can cast it thanks to this Ugin. Okay. Okay, I like it, I like it. This guy's this person's deck is pretty good. I'm enjoying this. This is fun. Luckily this is not a rogue, because that'd be pretty crazy. Let all this crazy shenanigans happen. So, I'm kind of torn on minusing the Ugin. You minus the Ugin. We gotta kill this Thief Enforcer, right? So we can minus Ugin, kill Yorion, attack. They're gonna let it through. Then we play Ulamog, kill the Thieves Enforcer and the Castle Vantress. I like that. Ready to block. No, you're not gonna block, but there's a lot of good synergies in their deck. I mean, for them playing a an Esper Yorion deck. So how do you make an opponent concede? Let me show you how. You play Thran Temporal Gateway. You put Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh into play, and then you make them exile the 2 cards in their hand. And they're still in, okay. Good game. I mean, let's see what's in their deck.
I have foreseen
kidding me? Yeah. That was a cool interaction. Oh, we're just gonna cast this. Good game again. Good game. Good game, Lewis. I hope you watched the channel. That was crazy. Niambi into bringing back Ulamog. Oh my god. OMG. That was great. Vulcan. Alright, well, we're gonna mulligan this. We're gonna mulligan this. And we're gonna keep this. And we need some kind of payoff, so we can't just keep the, I mean, we could. But I don't think it's right to do that. What are we playing against? Just a Abzan build? Interesting. Abzan zombies? Yep. The Death Baron? Okay. Two, three. We're at 12. This gains us a life. I know they can tap. I know they can tap our creature. Collected company. Oh my god! Why didn't I even see that? Oh man! Oh, good game. Good game. You got us good. Matt, my instinct is just to click here because I know we're dead. But it might as well let them attack it out, right? Oh, good game. Good game, Vulcan. Expect nothing less from a name like that. Yep, we got. Real good. Real good. Too many zombos. Are we keeping this? Sure. Keep. That's good against elves, right? They're not playing elves, they're just playing big green. Big green. Alright, well, we got a Nissa next turn. Maybe even a baby Ugin. Oh, solemn, okay. Pretty good.
Creeping, thieving progeny.
I mean, they have enough for Ulamog. They don't have Ulamog. Not yet, at least.
The shadows awaken.
This lets us still cast Nicol Bolas, right? Yep.
Nicol Bolas will resonate throughout the multiverse.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna put out an army here.
And I am everything.
Not attacking. I mean, we're gonna block. You know what? We don't actually care about Nicol Bolas going down to 1. It blocks. Yeah, so they're... Yeah. Awesome. They knew we were trying to do some things. We were about to go pretty crazy there. I really like to have seen what we would have flipped over. All right, final boss mode act. Form of Blajed Kazo. Just don't be goblins? Not goblins. Not goblins. Grixis. Don't do it. Oh, Thoughtseize. Goodbye, Mind Stone. I guess it doesn't really ramp us that much. So I'm gonna hope that we bypass the drop there. Bypass 7. Goodbye, Ugin. Or Karn. Karn's probably the better pick. You're just wrecking our hand over there. More mana. Little do they know. Little do they know. That was a good draw. Boom, boom. Yeah, Ugin dies, but... Oh my god, really? Really?
Ether itself serves me. This is not my worst ending.
mean, we get to kill Narset. It's good.
I won't forget our time together.
I'll also not forget our time together, Narset. God, you know what deck I hate playing against? Grixis. And Goblin. And Mono White Life Gain. But hooray, we did it. That's all we wanted. Bet they don't block. Sucker. We gotta worry about this Nicol Bolas flipping though. What? What? Oh, they were missing a lot of land drops. It was getting hard for them to recover, but that's one way to do it. One way to do it. All right, everybody, welcome back to the wrap up. And this deck is fun. It's not competitive at all. We managed to go 5-2. We were pretty lucky, I feel like, in our matchups and with some of our draws. And our last opponent did concede because they were kind of getting, you know, a little bit of mana screwed there. But yeah, so I really feel like this deck has potential. I definitely know that some of the card selections are not correct. You know, not really sure if we want to be playing some of these Planeswalkers over other Planeswalkers. Chromatic Orrery is probably not needed in this deck. It does help it, you know, essentially at some point in the game. But I do feel like if you get to a point where you're casting Chromatic Orrery, you're probably going to win anyway. So I feel like it's just like a win more card. You know, we didn't really get to see Tamiyo do anything, so Tamiyo might not be needed in this deck. But I do like the idea of being able to get to a Thran Temporal Gateway pretty early, and then being able to just cheat some of these cards into play. So maybe when we revisit this, because I do know we will revisit this, maybe we up the count on the Thran Temporal Gateways and just kind of try to do something more along that line as opposed to really mana fixing maybe. But honestly, and the Karns were a little underwhelming. I do feel like they helped, I mean, just a little bit. I feel like there was at least one game where we were able to go get something and it turned something off. But that's an if. I can't even remember. I've played Karn so many times. But yeah, Zacama was all right. Zacama did its job a little bit against mono green, kind of made them dump their hand into it, you know, use all their resources to get rid of it. But overall, though, I still think Nicol Bolas, God Pharaoh, is probably one of the most busted Planeswalkers right now. If you land Nicol Bolas, you know, you get to start eating away their hand, you get to start playing their deck. So yeah, that's another deck we'll probably hit on soon too. Spoiler. But yeah, this deck is a lot of fun. It's definitely worth giving a shot. But I can tell you right now, without even hovering over cards, this is going to be a super expensive deck, because I think and yeah, there's going to be some of the land in here is uncommon or common, but all we have in the form of commons and uncommons in this deck besides the land are Mind Stones and Hedron Archives. Everything else is either rare or mythic. So this deck is probably one of the most expensive decks that we've built to date. I wonder if we can put a deck together that just doesn't actually have any commons or uncommons and win with it. Don't even know if we want to try that. But yeah, I'm a fan of trying to just do really crazy janky things, and you guys know that. So I hope you do enjoy this deck. And again, we got to see some really, really cool interactions that you probably typically don't get to see when you're playing cards like Nicol Bolas, like that game where we got to play Ulamog, attack with it, activate Nicol Bolas. We hit a Niambi off their deck. We bounced our own Ulamog. We recast it, killed 2 more things. That's pretty nutty. That's not a typical interaction that you're probably ever going to see in a game. So I'm really glad that that happened while we were recording a daily video. So, but yeah, if you enjoy the deck, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button as well. Please let me know that you got to the end of the video. As always, you all are amazing. I'm so glad that you're able to watch the video and then I can make content for you. And please, please, please check out the Discord and all of the cool links down below. So with that being said, you guys stay safe. See you next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and helping grow the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons listed here for supporting the channel.